when he goes, I just don't want anybody to be in trouble, man. I was like, bro, it's you.
I know.
Why are you worried about anybody else?
I have that written down too. It's like, it's you. It's not anybody else.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Below Deckspurts, a podcast that recaps current Below Deck seasons with two Midwest millennial siblings. I'm Morgan.
I'm Lane.
And today we're recapping Below Deck Season 11, Episode 7, The Cat's Out of the Bag.
This is the first title of an episode that's actually made sense in a while.
I mean, they thought they were being so clever with it.
They were like, we got this.
They're like, we nailed this one.
We nailed this one. Good job, Jerry.
Good job.
Jerry's like,
Jerry from Parks and Rec. You know it's that guy. It's that type of guy, too.
He's like, thanks, guys.
They're like, wow, Jerry, you did something right. Oh, man. So the way our episodes work is we start with a question for each other based upon this week's episode, since we don't watch them together. And then once we get into the episode, we focus on 2 to 4 main points throughout. You got anything at the top?
Yeah, I do.
Too bad.
Moving on.
This is my part.
Okay.
I do this.
This is my show. But no, I noticed something very cool recently in the YouTube analytics. We have usually between 70 and 90 returning viewers every week.
That's so cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that so cool?
Yeah.
And it really never dips under 70.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So thank you guys. Yeah.
I'd say like it's so hard as like creators, I guess. I don't even really consider myself like a creator. But
I'm famous.
You kind of base yourself off of like comments and likes, right?
Yeah.
But then I've said this before, like I have to think about the amount of TikTok videos I watch, for example, that I will be fully invested in. I will be crying or laughing, and then I don't respond to it at all. Like sometimes I don't even like it, because the only time I'll ever like it is if I want to show Brad. Like if I want to save it. But if I just like love it, sometimes I need to get better at that. But then my point is you forget as a creator that some people do like listen and then they don't like or comment or whatever, which is fine. Like you don't need to, but it's kind of cool to know that like, oh, we're not just doing it for like a handful of people. It's like more than that.
Yeah. And it's not people like cycling through like, oh, they kind of suck.
Yeah.
But it's just...
Some probably are, and that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, that's usually like half of what we normally get for views.
Yeah.
So some people are like, these people suck. But that's okay. We're not your cup of tea.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, I feel that like my favorite podcast of all time, I've commented maybe 4 times on it. Honestly, yeah, if you guys like us, if you think about it, leave a like, leave a comment. Like we said the other day, just... say hi or something in the comments. And
when we have like our core group and you know who you are that like comment religiously and we love you and like we love that. And it was so cool to see when we did, I don't know if it was last episode or the episode prior, to be like, hey, comment from where you are. Yeah. Just seeing where everybody was from, like even like people outside of the US, like really, really cool. So that's why we do it, just like for like community. And
I know, yeah, that's the whole point. We're just hanging out. We want to have a good time. We want to talk to you guys and make money. No, I'm kidding.
This is all about money. I've actually quit my full-time job and I'm just profiting off of this. No,
I also quit my job and we are out on a limb. I'm dodging my landlord. We do not have that many subscribers.
We have no sponsors.
This is sponsored by my rent payment. Please help me pay it. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, but no, speaking of that, like it's too soon to like announce anything, but I've been working on doing more for you guys, you know, like we don't have a Patreon and that's probably not going to happen, but we're trying to do more. You know, we've done the bonus episodes, but we want to make it more structured. And, you know, we've mentioned the interviews in the past. We're very busy, but I've recently become a little bit less busy. So this is something I really want to try to do more for you guys. So anyway, that was a pretty long intro today, but it was just us thanking you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do our questions.
Okay.
Before I do the topics. I'm not sure which one we usually do. I forget. Not to jump ahead, but we did lose 2 crew members this episode.
We did.
Who's next? Who is your guess? Because clearly from what people have said, there will be more. Who is going to be next?
That's a good question because everyone...
It's not Fraser.
Everyone right now is pretty solid. Mm-hmm. There's no way Fraser's gone. Maybe Barbie.
Yeah, I think Barbie's
Zandy.
Still an option. I don't think Zandy is, unless it's totally on her own accord.
Just out of nowhere, something happens. She has to dip.
Yeah.
Kyle, I don't want him to leave. He's pretty cool.
No, I don't see him leaving. I think he does a good enough job and he's a good enough person. But anybody can leave on their own accord. So you could literally guess anybody. Again, besides, I think we know for a fact Captain and Fraser they're not leaving. But other than that, like, it could be anybody.
The only thing I can think of, and it's got to be down the road, is the new deckhand coming on. Sonny thinks he's pretty hot.
You're right.
But we don't know how good he is at his job.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Sonny and Ben get into something. Sonny can't handle it and she leaves.
Yeah. That's an option. I was going to go with Sonny because I was like, it's an option. Why can't I think of maybe that's it. So it's just, as far as deck team, it's just Ben, Sonny, and Kyle right now, right? Mm-hmm. And then the new one that's coming.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to go out on a limb and say the new one will leave. I can
see that, yeah.
Like, because I don't want to say Barbie. I really like Barbie.
I know. I really don't want Barbie to leave.
And, like, things are going well right now. So that would be kind of out of left field. But we also will have a new Stu coming on, too.
True.
So it could be that person, too. That could be next.
Yeah.
So I guess it's up in the air. Let's go with, you're going with Sonny. I'll go with this new deckhand.
Yeah, I'm going with Sonny.
Yeah.
But she seems like a strong person.
I know, and she really does want to do a good job, too. So I don't see her, even if things go bad with Ben or whatever, say something bad happens, I don't see her prioritizing that over wanting to be better at her job.
I don't see that. And, I don't know. I mean, we got a lot of season left. So
we do. It feels like we don't, but we do.
Yeah.
So, all right, what do you got?
I forgot to write a question.
Did you? I was going to say if I had another one, but it's okay. I mean, if you don't have one, it's fine. That was a good enough question, I feel like.
I guess I got kind of a broad question. What do you think about how Jared left the boat?
Oh, like his reaction to Captain? Mm. I think it was the best he could do.
Yeah.
I will say this. I have it in here. When he goes, I just don't want anybody to be in trouble, man. I was like, bro, it's you.
I know.
Why are you worried about anybody else?
I have that written down too. It's like, it's you, asshole. It's not anybody else. Why, Jared, why do you think anyone else is in trouble right now?
And I truly think there was something going on where I think he believed that. Yeah. Like, I truly think he believed he did the right thing, being super drunk, talking to Kyle in the kitchen or whatever. Like,
yeah. Like, I don't want Kyle to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Like,
No. Who was yelling? It was you.
It was you. And Kyle's going to wake up, grab a broom, and fix his mess in less than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But you made a whole fucking thing about it.
Yeah. So, what do you think about him leaving?
I think it was good. I think I was surprised he wasn't more awkward when he left because every producer interview he ever did was just awkward. Fucking weird. Like an unfunny Theo Von. I think I've said that before.
Yeah.
But it's just like, dude, what?
Yeah.
His whole life is just unpredictable. And he's like, yeah, I have a daughter. And then 2 episodes later, he's like, I've never met her, but I want to.
I know.
Like, what?
And then
who does that?
I feel like it did go back and forth on like how much it affected him too.
Yeah.
And maybe again that could be editing. They could have not shown us everything, but anywho, I don't hate Jared. I think he was struggling in his own way. I don't think he was cut out for this job. And
Yeah.
I'm not super sad to see him go, but I also like don't hate him. So I don't wish anything bad upon him.
I feel the same way, and I hope he kind of gets a little bit more healthy and gets his
stuff together.
Gets his shit together.
Yeah. Okay, so as far as topics, we have obviously Jared leaving doesn't take up a huge part of the episode. It happens right at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
We start a new charter. Then I basically have Kat leaving at the end. Again, a spoiler for anybody who... I don't know that there's anybody that listens to us without watching the episode, but if you do, spoiler, Kat also leaves at the end.
You guys got to watch the Below Deck before this. Because it's not going to be fun to watch the Below Deck episode after this. We'll tell you what's going on. I'm kidding. I know all of you don't do that.
I mean, I don't know. I listen to some podcasts that they recap like documentaries, and I don't watch the documentary first. But I don't think we do exactly what they do, where like we like detail every little thing.
Yeah.
Anywho, off topic.
Anywho,
and then the last thing I have in little stars is Captain is the main character.
Yeah.
He is the main character, and I love it. I love it for him.
Yeah.
So, no, it was a good episode. Speaking of kind of going off Captain being the main character, the first note I have is, did you notice when he came into, with Jared and Kyle, when he came in, he was wearing a big red
t-shirt. I did, yeah. If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you.
So at first I was like, is that the gum? It's not. It's a pop. Or a soda, for depending on where you're at in the country.
You just offended so many people.
We say pop.
Yeah, but only the Midwest says pop.
Yeah, but most people say soda, but I'm pretty sure it's a soda. And that's what the t-shirt was.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, there's a Big Red soda.
Yeah.
Let's look it up. There it is.
Yeah.
What's it taste like?
Probably Big Red gum.
It tastes just like red.
It's just all red.
Red
food.
40.
It's all red food dialing.
It's red food dialing.
It's giving red food dialing.
It's literally, here's the ingredients. It's so bad for you. Carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, natural and artificial flavor, red 40.
Jesus.
Citric acid and caffeine.
Oh my God. All of those things are bad for you.
Could you imagine chewing Big Red while drinking Big Red? Wow.
That just sounds like heartburn.
Sounds like a night.
It sounds like I need to take 2 heartburn pills instead of 1.
But anyway, I loved it. I was like he's trying to be serious in a Big Red shirt.
That's the thing, though, that these captains demand respect in a way that, like, they could be dressed as a clown and still have everyone's attention and respect.
Yeah.
Blows my mind.
It's just funny because I think if I were on this show, I would put thought into, and again, maybe he doesn't care. And again, it's funny. Like, it's not like it's an offensive shirt or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, you have to know at any point during your day or night, you could be on camera.
Yeah.
So Captain put on that Big Red shirt and he's like, I do not care if I have to be on camera. He just
doesn't care. I know any other person would be like, all right, I want gray shorts.
Right.
Plain gray shorts
t-shirt.
with a plain white t-shirt.
Yeah.
Just in case I have to be woken up.
Right.
But he's just like, I fucking love
He's like,
Big
I have
Red,
this Big
dude.
Red shirt. I have to wear it.
I fucking love Big Red.
Maybe he does. I like how it didn't even have a flavor.
Big Red?
Yeah, the ingredients were just like sugar. That's all you're
Just
getting.
like you're gonna die
not
before
even like
75.
Strawberry or anything. Moving on from the Big Red shirt, I just have, so Ben and Sunny hooked up on the night out.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was funny when like Barbie was like, what did you do last night? And then Sunny's like, and she's like, okay, there's my answer.
Yeah. Barbie knows what's up.
She knows what's up. I really like Barbie. And then the stuff with Jared happens. We kind of talked about it. You want to give a gist of kind of what Captain says to him?
If I remember correctly, Captain hit him with a baseball bat.
God. Once again, how many pages of notes does Lane take? Probably about 10. Does he ever use them? No. I don't know what's in his notes.
But no, he basically is just like, in a very nice way, he's like, hey, I've talked to you about alcohol. I've talked to you about respecting the crew. You fucked up both of them again.
Yep.
Your head's not in it. Your head is somewhere else. You need to get your shit figured out. So I need you to get off the boat.
Yeah.
In a very respectful way.
Yeah, it was like he covered what he needed to cover. Jared was like, I still don't know if whether he was faking being surprised or if he was genuinely surprised.
Yeah. I think he was a little surprised. Because if I was in his situation, he had gotten away with so much stuff.
Yeah.
That he's like, I'm going to get another slap on the wrist.
Yeah. But I also think, like, again, this wasn't the right position for him. I hope one day it can be, but, like, with general, like, management style and management, like, technique, he just didn't have it. Because I think when I mentioned, like, how he really didn't think he did anything wrong in talking to Kyle, I really don't think he did. I think he was like, Kyle left this tobacco out or whatever. It was tobacco, right?
Yeah.
I need to tell him he can't leave this mess. This is what a boss does. This is what a supervisor does. I don't want this to come back on me. Like, he really did think he was doing the right thing. He was just drunk, and he didn't realize that's not a conversation you have completely wasted.
Well, yeah, and the other thing I just thought of is cleaning up the deck after a night out doesn't come back on the bosun. It comes back on the whole crew.
That's true.
It's not like if everyone leaves beer bottles around, the captain's like, where the fuck is the bosun? It's normally put on the entire crew, and the crew is punished. And we've seen that.
Sorry, I got really distracted because I didn't remember you starting that.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't want to interrupt you.
Scared the shit out of me.
It scared the shit out of myself a little bit. Anywho, we're only 18 minutes in. It wouldn't been the end of the world.
Below Deck experts, you see the shit I gotta deal with.
Oh, whatever. Like, you didn't scare the shit out of me like a month ago.
That was funny. That was funny. That was a good clip. I can't believe you didn't pick up on that.
I don't know.
I literally
it was just
like
perfect.
This, looked over, did this, and you're like,
but I didn't see. I had like gone like this or something. Like, I'd looked away. It's not my fault.
I've watched that clip so many times.
It's great. If you haven't seen it, go to our TikTok. It might be on Instagram too, but it's for sure on our TikTok.
Yeah, it's for sure on the TikTok.
Anyways, I did not remember what you were saying because I was too distracted by the making sure we were recording. Anywho, I think it was mostly like, yes, if there's a mess, it comes back on the whole crew.
Yeah, that's what it was.
The moral of the story is we are overthinking this because Jared was drunk.
Yeah.
You just don't discipline someone drunk. You don't leave it till the morning.
Yeah, I've seen someone punch every single light of a strand of Christmas lights in the backyard before.
In the backyard?
What was behind that? No idea.
What backyard?
The frat house.
Oh, I was going to say, like... And how do you punch Christmas lights? Aren't they tiny?
They were the big bulb ones.
Okay.
So he was just popping them.
I was going to say, like, normal lights, like, that takes some skill.
No, they were like glass, like big bulb ones that
Jesus.
we paid some money for and came home and it was just...
Jesus, yeah. Frat life.
Yeah, you can't have nice things.
So yeah, then Jared's gone. Everybody was nice about it when he left, and we moved towards the new charter, and they're going to be down a person because they can't get somebody. So Captain's being a little bit more hands-on. Love that guy.
Yeah.
He's helping with the luggage and stuff. He's not acting like he's too good for it, which is a great leader. This is so small, but I wrote down, like, when Captain was doing that, like, walking around, and Chef's like, hey Captain, what you doing? Or how you doing? Or something. He's like, just doing Captain shit.
Yeah.
We talked about this last week, and I think I didn't post the clip, but Fraser and Chef, I love their relationship, but I feel like they also have a good relationship with the captain. Like, those three, like, trust each other. They're professionals. I just really like Chef. I really do. I like him a lot.
I know. I like that Below Deck has transitioned into likable chefs.
Yes, because for a while it was Ben. I love Ben, but he was a drama point. And then Adam was also a drama point.
Adam sucked. Yeah.
he was a good chef, but yeah, he was
sometimes
sometimes
not as good as the last few we've been seeing.
I know. I still hold true that Mark, it's either Marco or Marcos, I can't remember, from Sailing Yacht, like season 3. Oh, his food was just bomb. But this chef's food's also been like so good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so hungry right now, and I'm thinking of the surf and turf that he made.
I'm thinking of the sushi he made.
Oh my God. Oh, I have a note about that. I think I said sushi lunch. I would totally ask for this.
I would kill someone to eat that lunch.
I would
make them dead.
I literally said to Brad when we were watching it, I would give my leg to be walking on a yacht and going out while eating sushi and knowing that I had to play in the water for the rest of the day, like eating
it's the perfect meal for that.
It's the perfect day ever.
Yeah.
That is my perfect day.
Yeah.
Ugh. I would seriously give my leg. I could live with one leg.
You could. I mean, it'd be an inconvenience to me.
To you? That's all you can think of?
That's all I can think of.
Why would it be an inconvenience to you?
Because I got to deal with you.
No, you don't.
You're like, oh, I got one leg. I'm like, I know.
And that would be the extent of it.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Oh my God.
I have to wait like a few months to start telling jokes. Like, hey,
about my leg.
What's going on, Hoppy?
So Ben is the bosun. We didn't mention that.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't sure actually whether Captain was going to make him bosun or just give him like temporary bosun duties. But he just like went ahead and was like, nope, you're the bosun now.
Yeah, we all saw it coming.
Has he been a bosun before? Was he the bosun last season? We didn't watch. I truly don't know.
I think he was just a deckhand last season.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, someone tell us if we're wrong.
We didn't have time to watch it.
I know. Busy. It's a lot. There's a lot. We've talked about this. There's a lot of like original Below Deck seasons. There's so much Below Deck. There's so much. But no, I think he's a good choice. I think he knows what he's doing, and I think he can do a good job. We'll have to see, but I'm confident that he can do a good job. And then overall, the crew is like getting along right now. Like we're not really dealing with any drama. Like even Kat, which we'll get to because that's at the end of the episode, but everybody was pretty good. Like.
Yeah.
So, and this is what we like. I feel like generally everybody likes this, but of course it's not going to stay that way.
You know what I really like? And I know this is going to come up later.
Okay.
But Barbie and Kyle's relationship, I love it.
We talked about that last week. I love it.
Because they just both seem like really cool, nice people. Mm-hmm. And they're both just hanging out, having a good time, being good people.
Yes, exactly. I love them. We didn't talk about how they talked with Captain before the whole Jared thing, before Captain talked to Jared. But it's funny because their stories were like the exact same. They weren't trying to throw Jared under the bus. They were just saying what happened. Barbie was like, I didn't feel threatened because it wasn't towards me. But like it was inappropriate, and Kyle reacted appropriately, and she's like, Kyle sleeps in my room, but I'm okay with it. Like,
it's like, it's fine. We're good friends.
I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's so good. Speaking of Barbie, her mom's a sex therapist.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because she's like, my dad's super conservative. They're like complete opposites. I love it.
Yeah.
I can just see. It's like they are like a reality TV family in my mind.
They really, she was kind of made for this.
Yes, she was. And I feel like her parents were too. Bravo. Just giving you an idea. It's free. It's a free idea.
And we're available.
Yeah,
we're available.
We can help. Not sure with what, but
we gave you the idea.
Yeah. So if we see it, I'm just saying, I'm going to tell people it's my idea.
For you. If we see it, we're not involved.
We don't have any jobs. We have a lot of time on our hands.
I want credits on this.
Credits. So we get into the charter. Actually, Kat's friend calls her before the charter starts, right?
I believe so.
Like right before the charter starts, or it was right around there. They don't tell us what happened, but Kat's really upset. And, they don't owe us that. They don't have to tell us what she was upset about, but she's like, this is my friend and my friends are like my family. And I totally get that. Like, especially with her background, like these people she really cares about, but she was really upset and she was basically trying to push through. But as we said, in the end, it doesn't end up working. I guess we can just cover that now. Like basically Kat gets this phone call, ends up crying a couple times and then just saying like, she can't do this anymore. She has to leave.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't think about it too much, but she doesn't really have. I mean, she only has her brother and her friends.
Yeah.
So when someone calls you crying,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you got to go.
Right.
I mean, I don't know that because I have a very different, like, we have a very different, like, just type of family.
Mm-hmm.
But that is her family.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we don't even know what the extent was. Like, somebody could have died. Like, we don't know what could happen. And I think partly, like, Kat didn't really feel like she fit in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if that would have mattered if she did feel like she fit in versus if she didn't with whatever the situation was. Maybe it wouldn't have mattered. But, I mean, she had called her friend last episode. I don't know if it was this friend, but it was a friend, saying how she's like, yeah, I'm having fun. I just don't really click with anybody. And I get that. Like, I've been there where you're not around bad people. You just don't click with them.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, these aren't going to be my lifelong friends. And so if you just don't feel like you're fitting in like that, then anything like this, again, we don't know to the extent of what it was, but probably could have made it a bit easier for her to be like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I hope everything is okay with her and her family, but
yeah, I feel about Kat kind of how I feel about Jared. Like, this just wasn't the right time. Kat was, I feel like, getting better at her job.
Yeah.
But it's a struggle, and yeah, hopefully she's still in yachting, and hopefully something comes of this. So I wish the best for her as well.
Yeah.
So that's the Kat sitch. Really, like, the rest of my notes are just kind of like random stuff. The guests come on, the headscarf on the primary. Do you remember the woman, the female primary, like, coming with her headscarf, trying to look so European?
Yeah, I have a note for that.
Oh no.
If you wear a head wrapped scarf or a sun hat, I am keeping you at arm's length at the very least, because there's a good chance you're going to spill boiling hot Starbucks coffee on me and then try and get me arrested.
How long did it take you to come up with that one?
20 to 30 minutes.
You read that like the teacher called on you in class.
I did. The thing was, I didn't have enough time before I said I wrote something down to read it, so I was like scanning that I didn't say something stupid
or like misspell something.
Yeah.
And anyway, yes, oh my God, you got so nervous when you got called on in class to read, because you're like, I know how to read, but in that moment you're like, do I know how to read?
You're like, I don't know, have I been lying to myself this whole time?
Oh, we were so judgmental as kids too, because I know all of you can think of the kid in class right now that was a horrible reader.
Yeah.
That when they got called on, you were like,
you're like, God,
we're going to be here for 20 minutes.
A paragraph is going to take him 5 minutes.
Yep.
Skip it.
I know.
Fucking skip it.
I know, and that's awful, because like, even if you're a bad reader, you deserve to read.
Do you? Figure it out. You got all the time in the world. You don't got a job.
Oh, man.
You don't got a mortgage.
Kids are so harsh without even knowing they're harsh.
Yeah.
5th grade was so rough for me.
Why?
I don't know. It just was. It was like
5th grade for me.
5th grade. Okay, so I don't know if we've ever talked about this. I'm really tall. So I'm 6 feet tall.
You're tall?
Yeah. You can't tell, obviously. And I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but I'm 6 feet tall. He's like 6'5". Our dad's 6'5". We're a tall family.
Yeah.
But 5th grade was the first year I was tall, if that makes sense. 5th grade was like the first year people started calling me tall. Kids would pick on you because, of course, anything that was different about you, people would just pick on, because you're kids. So I just remember 5th grade being like the start of that. And then, of course, middle school is just awful, because middle school is awful for everybody. But anywho. And that was the first year I was in like accelerated class, which wasn't bad. Like the accelerated.
Yeah, I loved following you through school, because they're like, oh, Martell's. He must be just as smart as his sister, if not more. And I'm sitting there like, what? Like, I think I know how to read.
Yeah, the family dynamics, usually the oldest is the overachiever, and that was me. Like, I'm not saying I'm like incredibly smart, I'm not, but I was just obsessed with being perfect, and then they should know the youngest is kind of just like, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm here for a good time, not
Exactly.
a long time.
That's most of the time what happens. I don't even remember what we were talking about. Well, we started with a headscarf. That's what we started with, and then we ended up there. Let's see. So they come on. These guests seem okay. I don't get a super bad vibe from them. Chef was talking to his mom on FaceTime. Fraser said he's the best. That was cute. Then they just continue being cute.
Yeah, I had subtitles turned off, so I have no idea what they were saying.
Oh, I always have subtitles.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, actually, I was gonna say even if you had subtitles turned off.
I was just tricking you.
Speaking of subtitles, I always fight with myself. Do you watch things normally with subtitles?
No.
So I do, because I don't hear very well.
I don't either.
Like, I'm not hard of hearing, but like, I just need things to be loud if I really want to pick up on it. And maybe anybody who watches with subtitles fights with this. Like, I want the subtitles because with the subtitles, I can get the full context of what I'm watching, especially like movies I haven't seen. Mm-hmm. But your eyes go to the subtitles, so you don't always get to watch the full movie. So I will literally, like, if I'm watching a movie, I'll like go back and forth, like trying to decide, like, do I need the subtitles? But you almost have to choose. Do you want to know the full context of things or be a little bit distracted?
Do you have the same thing I do where if like the words aren't perfectly clear, your brain just doesn't hear it?
Yes.
Because like I'll go to a metal show with Brad and he can pick out the words perfectly.
Oh yeah, his brain is so
weird. But to me it's just like but they're actually saying like, I miss my mom. Yes. And I'm like, I don't understand this at all. So I'm just sitting there like, yeah, noise.
No, it's the same.
Yeah.
For anybody that listens to like that type of music, like I don't even, what is it? It's not screamo.
Heavy metal.
Heavy metal.
Yeah.
I hear the same thing. All I hear is someone growling and yelling at me, and I hate it. But Brad's like, no, actually, this is very good lyricism, and they have a really good voice. And I'm like, no, they're just screaming at me.
Well, the thing is, I love the music.
Yeah, you do.
I want to hear the lyrics, but I can't. My brain doesn't work that way.
No.
And I can't pick up on it.
Oh, I get so anxious.
I love it, but I just can't figure out what the hell they're saying.
Yeah, it's hard. A little note, I thought it was funny that the charter guests said no French food.
Yeah.
And then did you notice they didn't make a mention of it or anything, but did you notice that when he came out and they're like, oh, what are you? And he's like, oh, I'm French, that like you could see on their faces like, oh.
Ah, shit.
Yeah. Like what? I don't understand that. Like I would never ever discount an entire cultural food group. Like, let's say you don't like escargot, snails.
Thank you.
That's a French food, right? I feel like I would just be like, hey, I don't like escargot.
Well, and how are you going to get snails where this yacht is?
No, that's just an example.
Like, fuck snails. Am I right, guys?
But like, there's so much.
Are you asking for snails?
There's so much to French food. That's like, think of Italian food.
Get over snails.
Jesus Christ.
Right,
think of how many foods are in Italian food, let's say.
That's a lot.
Right? You'd never say...
Spaghetti.
Right, but if you didn't like spaghetti, you'd just say, no spaghetti. You wouldn't say, no pizza as well.
Yeah.
That would be a crime.
That would be. And he makes good pizza, too.
Who?
Anthony, the chef.
We've seen him make pizza?
Yeah.
I thought that was Chef Jack from last season.
No.
No?
No, I think it was last episode.
Well, I don't remember the pizza.
I think it was a lunch.
Anyway.
I mean, they go over it in like 9 seconds, and I have to go through those 9 seconds.
I'm so hungry.
Same.
Speaking of hunger, what you want to go through dinner? Because I think that's basically where we're at. Because I have, oh my God, surf and turf.
Is that what you wrote out?
That's a good, oh my God, I'm so hungry, I want it.
So dinner was Mardi Gras themed.
I'm good with a good Mardi Gras theme.
We didn't see any boobs.
Well, it's Bravo.
But apparently, Fraser's sister has huge knockers.
Fraser.
Damn it. Sorry.
I'll correct you because I know
he doesn't like it. No.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So, please correct me.
Another, again, I always think of like Laser Fraser. Also, Brendan Fraser. The actor.
Brendan Fraser.
No. Brendan Fraser. Right? Everybody agrees with me?
That's the thing. I've heard it both ways, and one of them's wrong.
Yeah.
But we know Fraser's correct.
Fraser Laser.
So please correct me.
Yeah, me too. It's easy to do.
Yeah.
Anywho.
So the salad was beets with goat cheese, pine nuts, and champagne vinaigrette.
Thoughts?
Doesn't that sound horrible?
Yes.
That's what I thought. But I looked it up.
Okay.
Literally, my notes are, I would try it, but I doubt I would like it. And then my next note is, okay, so after some research, this salad actually slaps. And it's all in the taste profile.
Okay.
So beets have a sweet and floral flavor.
You said that right. Floral flavor. No, that's hard to say. But...
My grammar's off. Sorry. Floral flavor. Mix that in with pine nuts that have a buttery flavor, and the vinaigrette has a hint of vanilla, sweet, buttery, and vanilla in a salad.
See, I would also try it. I'm not super against beets, but I can't honestly tell you if I've ever had a beet.
Beets, bears, Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, is that like an Office thing?
I recently watched The Office, yes.
Do you like it?
I do.
I've tried.
You got to push through. It's pretty good.
I feel like every time I'm laughing, it's a forced laugh.
I've tried a total of 4 times. This last time I pushed through and it was worth it. It's pretty good.
I'd rather just rewatch Parks and Rec.
Yeah, me too.
Or Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I've watched both of them so many times I had to move on.
Do you know, this is a little embarrassing, like this show that I like, because it's so bad, but it's so like a comfort show. King of Queens.
It's not bad.
It's a pretty bad show. It's not a great show. Well,
it was good for its time.
You're right, I guess.
I mean, Seinfeld now is
it's not funny.
Not that funny.
That's
because
true.
We've moved past that in comedy.
That's true. But I love it. It's such a comfort. Because do you remember we used to have all the DVDs?
Yeah, King of Queens and every UFC up to that point.
Yep. There was a time like where, well, Lane and I never had cable in our rooms growing up. No. Ever. So I always just had a DVD player. And I remember like King of Queens, Degrassi The Next Generation. So good. I had all those DVDs. Parenthood. Oh, wait, no. Nope, not Parenthood.
Childhood.
Modern Family was one close. I had. What else? Did you ever have like series DVDs that you watched?
Yeah, Mom would always buy me DVDs from the $1 bin at Walmart.
They were just random movies.
Yeah, I got Zombie Diaries 2, which looked like it was shot on a camcorder for about $45.
Yep.
And it was the second movie. I didn't know where the plot was. There was no plot.
She just got you the second one.
Yeah, she's like, first. Oh, he likes zombies.
Hey, she was thinking of you.
She was.
I wouldn't give that up, though. Like, I think it was good that we never had cable in our rooms.
Yeah.
I had the GameCube in my room as I got older. But yeah, never, ever had cable.
Yeah, and then eventually I got the Xbox 360, right. Xbox, all that stuff, yeah.
Anywho, keep going with the food. Sorry, I'm getting off track today.
So we're on to the surf and turf, right?
Yes. So
they had surf and turf?
That's good.
So we all know what lobster tail and filet mignon taste like.
Oh my God.
I didn't go into the flavor profile. They're both fucking great.
And he talks about how like medium rare is like how you should eat a steak. And I agree. But I have a thought when it comes to that. It has to be cooked by a good chef. Yeah. Like, if I'm not super confident in like the restaurant that I'm in, I'll go medium. Yeah. Because it seems like there's such a fine line when you don't know the restaurant or the chef. Like, they'll either overcook or undercook. So that's why I always go medium, because I'm like, okay, if they overcook it a little bit, that's okay. If they undercook it a little bit, that's okay. But if I get medium rare and they undercook it and it's more rare, that's no bueno for me.
Yeah, it's just, you
got to be safe.
Especially like even with like a burger,
Yeah.
You always have to go at least medium, usually medium well.
Yeah.
Just because if you say medium rare, it's going to come out
right.
still mooing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But again, I'd be confident in Chef Anthony.
Oh,
I'd be like medium rare all day.
I would be like, whatever you do best, do it.
Right.
And I will eat it and enjoy it.
But if I'm at like Olive Garden, not trusting them with a medium rare.
Yeah, but it depends though. Like an Olive Garden, where at? Like, is it
Gary, Indiana?
Is it like a 19-year-old making my burger? Does he really give a shit about it?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why you can't go, you have to go middle of the road.
Yeah.
With like an Olive Garden or even like a Texas Roadhouse, which Texas Roadhouse usually has their shit together. But people love Texas Roadhouse. If you are not from the Midwest, or if you don't know what Texas Roadhouse is, people here go crazy for that shit.
Yeah.
You can't get a reservation at Texas Roadhouse. You have to like be on a wait list. It's always more than an hour long.
Isn't that crazy?
It's so crazy. At 2 p.m.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Every time, now that you say that, every time we've ever tried to eat at one, parking lot is full, 45 minutes wait at least.
Yep.
And I feel like it's the Olive Garden of steaks. I don't know. I've never fucking had it. There's always been such...
You never had Texas Roadhouse?
I don't think so.
What?
No, we did.
You had to have had it.
In Vegas.
I will say, I have nothing bad to say about Texas Roadhouse.
I have some thoughts.
You didn't think you've ever been there until 2 seconds ago. I have some thoughts over this thing that I didn't even know I've been to.
Please continue.
No, I'm just saying that, like, I've never actually had a bad meal at a Texas Roadhouse. So that's why I think people really like it.
I might have. I don't know. Maybe not.
Anywho, is there any more food?
Yeah. I had a whole explanation about the sauce that he made.
Okay. For what? The surf and turf?
Yeah, the surf and turf.
Oh, I didn't even notice there was a sauce.
It's a red wine demi-glaze sauce.
Oh, yes.
So it's basically a regular pan sauce, and a regular pan sauce, you take the drippings of everything you cooked, put it in, and you deglaze it with red wine, yada, yada, yada. It's different from a regular sauce because you make it a little bit more thick to where it has less volume but more flavor.
I would eat it.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh, so good. I don't think there was a dessert. If there was, I don't think they showed us.
There was. I think they just said it, put it on the table, and that was it.
Because I didn't have anything written down, and I was paying attention. I felt like...
Were you?
No, probably not enough.
Because they spent 20 minutes on that.
Yeah?
No.
That's basically it. Because then Kat leaves. We already talked about that. Do we see a preview of the new deckhand? Yeah, because he didn't come this episode. We'll see him next. I don't remember his name.
Average white guy, number 7.
He's...
Or attractive white guy.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Sorry.
A little bit on the shorter side. Attractive guy, Instagram model, basically.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
And then the only other thing is Captain gets mad at the guests.
He does?
Yeah, he's driving the tender, and the guests keep trying to grab at it.
Because there's a storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I need you guys to get on, but back away from the boat.
Yeah.
Yada, yada.
Yeah, and they're like, oh my God, he's mad. Oh yeah, because I remember making a comment to Brad. I was like, no, he's actually just trying to like not get you guys hurt.
Yeah.
So yeah. And that's that episode. It was pretty good. We will have to see where it goes with this new deckhand. We'll have to see the new stew. We'll have 2 brand new people to contribute to some drama, and it looks like Sonny might be interested in this guy, but we'll have to see.
Yeah.
That's usually how this goes, is it not?
Usually how it goes. Usually it's switched around where the dude is interested in the new girl coming on.
The new stew, which is completely...
We're switching it
around. Who knows? Ben could be interested in the new stew.
We don't know.
They could just do a switcheroo.
I have a theory about some other part of the show, but...
You'll leave it?
I'm going to leave it.
Okay. You got a secret word?
New lighting.
Yeah, let us know if you like our new lighting. I Hopefully it's not too dark. We got a lot of lamps in here, but our overhead light was so bright, which you guys know if you've been watching us for a while. It
we look like we live in this room.
Yeah, but it's so crazy because it's not a ton of light. Like it's literally just an overhead light that we would use and maybe one lamp, but I think this is better. I really do like this. I'm a huge fan of lamps and not overhead lighting, so I think this is gonna be nice and relaxing.
Yeah. So let us know what you think.
New lighting.
Lighting is the secret word / phrase.
Yes.
But let us know what you guys think. If you have anything about the new episode or just anything you want to tell us, we always respond.
Yeah, absolutely.
And take it away.
Yeah, I think that's it. So keep, of course, liking, subscribing. We talked at the beginning, like anything helps. We love you guys, and we will see you next week.
We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.